It's Friday night, and what the fuck are you doing? I'll tell you what you're doing. You're sitting home dreaming about sweaty, built men in underwear. And who better to do it with than the Iconoclastic Wrestling Podcast? And here's your host, Iconoclast and Dick Taco.
Welcome to the newest episode of the Iconoclastic Wrestling Podcast. I'm Iconoclast.
And I am your host, Dick Taco.
Okay.
We are here we got hours to go now before Double or Nothing, which is usually one of the better AEW pay-per-views of the year. Double or Nothing, Revolution, All In. Those are like the big three I would call for that.
Well, All In, All Out, which is,
yeah, but you know what?
All Out used to be one of the big ones.
Yeah, then they started officially doing All In. And
yeah.
it kind of, remember the first year it was a week apart?
Yeah.
It kind of takes away from All Out a little bit.
Well, because originally AEW only did 4 shows a year. All Out, Revolution, Double or Nothing.
Which I agreed with, because I think since they went to In Your Houses when I was like in like
All Out,
sophomore in high school.
Revolution, Double or Nothing. What was the fucking fourth one? All Out, Revolution, Double or Nothing. I gotta look this up. How the fuck do I not know this? I'm a fake fucking fan.
Well, welcome to the party. Double or Nothing, Revolution, All In, or it used to be All Out, and
List of AEW wrestling.
Forbidden Door is a big one.
Well, yeah, but they only started doing Forbidden Door when not too long after I started watching. They started doing
I will tell you too. I watched
Forbidden Door was their 5th show.
I watched Ospreay and Omega from that in 22.
Oh,
holy shit!
or
that
23.
Is whatever it was. That is my number 2 after Savage Steamboat.
Double
That's
or Nothing.
Such a great match.
Forbidden Door, World's End, Wrestle Dream.
Neither one of them, because they were later shows they were added.
Oh, this is weird. Here we go. Past events: Double or Nothing, Fighter Fest, Fight for the Fall, Full Gear.
Full Gear, yeah.
In November.
That's always a good show too.
Well, they usually do like one show every like 2 months or maybe a month.
Well, when I was a kid, dude, that's why you looked forward to the thing so much, because you had January, end of March, beginning of April, last week in August, last Monday in August, actually it used to be, and then you had Survivor Series was on Thanksgiving night.
Okay, well, we got to talk about built sweaty men in underwear.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. That's what we're here for.
I wanted to talk about first. I wanted to first talk about this thing. I don't know if I sent this to you. This thing of ours. So what?
This thing of ours.
So last week I had this allergic reaction in my eye from the pollen, so I was stuck in bed.
When was this? When you?
It was like last week. So this was like last Friday.
Oh, okay.
So I was like stuck in bed for a while, and I was stuck, or maybe it was Sunday. I forget. It's summertime. I don't keep track of the days. And so I ended up listening to a bunch of Kim Justice videos.
What a great thing to
Because all I could do was sit there with a washcloth on my face. I couldn't play video games. I couldn't do shit. And so I ended up listening to this video that they made about their first video about Lucha Libre. I
don't think I ever saw that one. I watched all his Japanese ones. Those about
Atlantis versus Villano 3.
Villano's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That
yeah,
I talk about from Nitro. Yeah,
and this is what I've learned, from getting into Lucha Libre because of AEW's relationship with CMLL. It reminds me. I remember I was on this Reddit thread once talking about like who the best guitarist of all time is, and someone said that the best guitarist of all time is probably some jazz guitarist that no one's ever heard of, and might not be I feel like that same way is like it's the same way about Lucha Libre, where for some reason, like up until I feel like very recently, Mexican wrestling has been very isolated from the IWC and like.
I will tell you, when I was exposed to it, when we first moved up this way and you started getting more cable channels, you got like 866 Galaxiavision or something, or Galaxavision. And I watched CMLL or AAA years ago. And like I, who grew up in a partially Spanish neighborhood and took Spanish, I couldn't stand listening to the wrestling. I could watch Japanese wrestling all day, and I can't understand.
Well, because you were probably watching AAA. Like that's the thing.
I don't remember. It's a long time ago.
The main thing that we in America have been exposed to is AAA, which isn't real lucha libre. AAA is basically just WWE in Mexico. CMLL, Consuelo Musandeño Lucha Libre,
you do it, you'll clean it up.
That's the real lucha wrestling. And like again, they fucking sell out Arena Mexico every single week. And I'm
old enough to remember when they were EMLL.
And watching this, this match between Atlantis and Villano in like 2002, it's fucking amazing because they wrestle the Luve style, which is Mexican submission style, which looks, it's all ground wrestling. It's nothing like it's high flying for the most part.
Well, that's interesting.
Because again, we have a very certain image of Mexican wrestling because of the limited amount that we've been exposed to. But recently, CMLL's popularity has begun to kind of cross over into the general wrestling fandom, I think mainly because of AEW's relationship and co-sponsoring with them.
The only thing they benefit from with the WWE relationship, I say, is production value.
Who? AAA?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not a relationship. That's the thing.
Well, no, I mean, all right. The only thing they gain from being associated with them.
Their main fucking storyline is about two fake luchadors, El Grande Americano and original.
Well, does that surprise you? Them shitting on something that somebody else did?
Well, apparently.
Hello, did you ever see Triple H and Sting at WrestleMania 31?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god!
Like the thing is that like for 20 fucking years, I've only ever heard about AAA as them being a fucking joke. Like when Jeff Jarrett became the AAA champion and shoved the taco down Latin Lover's throat.
Oh my god! I remember when we covered that for the shitty wrestling cooler.
Or when when Vampiro's on commentary and he fucking farted into the mic.
That is legendary. That is legendary. All kidding aside, that's up there with. Did you ever see when Rudy Giuliani farts in court?
No.
Oh my god, you have to look that up.
It's
the answer.
You have a point of order.
The answer that I gave you is they didn't bother to interview a single witness. Just like you, they don't want to know the truth. Well, you probably know the truth.
Like CMLL, I see they put on great at least one great card a week. They're fried, because the way they do things is that they always, they do certain shows per week. And the Friday show at Arena Mexico always sells out and is always good.
Yeah, that's the old school idea of having shows during the week and getting people out there for the main card.
Because they also own...
Memphis did that.
Because they also own Arena Mexico, which apparently helps them a lot. They don't have to rent out the venue because they bought the venue.
But let me correct myself. That is Memphis under Jerry Jarrett, not Nick Goulas, father of Swimmer's Build George Goulas.
Yes, one of the few wrestlers I could beat in a fight.
Well, that is still yet to be determined, because if he's alive, I would book that match.
Hardcore match.
I would take out an extra mortgage on this house just to watch him kick your ass.
I also wanted to talk about, I watched Kim Justice's video, the greatest wrestling channel on YouTube, of course, we're second place. They did a great video about Joe's match with Kobashi in Ring of Honor. It's this great thing because apparently the Japanese wrestlers, at least in the 2000s, were not aware of the fandom that they had here.
Oh, yeah.
So,
unless you're a tape trader, you weren't really that aware. You might see those ratings in those old magazines, but that would lump all of Japan together. It wouldn't be by federation or whatever.
When Kobashi came over here, which it was apparently a huge deal already. Like, people were really fucking hyped about it.
Oh, when he came over and he wrestled for Ring of Honor and shit?
Yeah, in 2005.
Well, you know, Paul Heyman almost had him and Misawa for Heatwave 98, right?
Yeah.
From All Japan.
Because they were doing this, like, Noah was doing this campaign where they were trying to, like, reach out all around the world more.
Yeah, that was like Misawa's last thing. I think he died while it was going on.
No, well, this was like 2005. So he died a couple years later.
Yeah.
So, like, this is where you get stuff like Misawa wrestling in, like, a school gym in Scotland in front of, like, 100 people.
Yeah.
It's with, like, Petey Williams.
He's one of my all-time favorites from Japan.
But, like, Kobashi, apparently, like, Joe tells the story where Kobashi comes up to him and he says, basically, like, he says to him, you know, so, like, the people out there probably aren't going to know, like, the people out there don't know who I am. So should I just be like, you know, like Mr. Fuji, like a foreign heel, basically, to, like, you know, get them to hate me? And then Joe says, he says to Kobashi in, like, broken Japanese, he's like, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Let's just go out there and kick ass. And the footage...
It is a good match. I have it.
And the footage of the entrance is great, because as soon as Kobashi's music hits, the crowd goes wild.
Ding, ding,
and
ding,
Kobashi,
ding, with the piano and shit.
And Kobashi comes out there, and he's, like, shocked, because he's so, like, surprised that not only do they know who he is, but he receives more of an ovation than Joe does. And then they have this great fucking match. But I also just wanted to talk about real quick, I'm playing more Journey of Wrestling, that wrestling booking simulator. You can play it for free on a browser, but you can pay like $10 to play it on Steam, and it lets you save and has some other features. Yeah. So I'm playing as New Japan. I'm almost done the first year, and we've had some really fucking funny stuff. Like, because it simulates all the other federations that you enable. So we got shit like, this starts in 2014. The Shield fucking signed with All Japan.
You're kidding. Interesting.
And I had Nakamura win the G1 Climax. I don't remember all this, but the game keeps track of all this because you can run tournaments, you can run all the shit. And so I had Nakamura win the G1 Climax. I'm building towards Wrestle Kingdom. I signed Kenta and a very young Hechicero because of my future vision. But the game says that he's like 27 here, but apparently in real life, because Hechicero's not been unmasked, nobody knows actually how old Hechicero is.
It's like Julio Franco.
What?
It's like Julio Franco.
No, well, that's the thing in Lucha, is that, you know, the wrestler stays anonymous until they lose their mask in a Lucha de Apuestas match.
Yeah, which we're having a Lucha de Apuestas tonight.
Well,
it just means bet or something.
Yeah, well, it's
or something like that.
Yeah, it's between it's a title for title versus hair match.
I can't see MJF after didn't he go to Turkey to get that fucking hair?
But people were saying online that apparently to get a full transplant, you have to shave your head.
Well, if that's true, then this works out. And
also, maybe he's filming a movie where he's bald.
I don't know, dude. He's got some, like, 1972 Munich Olympic fucking Jew hair, that kid.
What does that mean? Like,
look up any of the guys, the Munich hostages, the Jewish Israeli team. They all had the same kind of hair. Did you, Fro?
But then... I'm also building towards Kenny turning heel and joining Bullet Club and then ousting, because AJ still hasn't signed with WWE. He hasn't asked for his release. But Okada asked for his release because Ring of Honor offered him a big money contract.
You just gave me an idea for that new Friday Night SmackDown show I'm going to be doing in June right before here. Putting the Shield in All Japan.
And I signed Zack Sabre Jr. and Kenta from Pro Wrestling Noah. And so now I had Kenta start his own faction. I'm trying to save up money. I was trying to sign Red Dragon, but they wanted way too much fucking money.
Yeah, God knows.
Well,
I have upcoming.
Well, I mean, this is 2014.
Yeah, but still, I don't.
This is when they're in Ring of Honor.
They went to WWE a couple years after that.
Adam Cole's Ring of Honor champion.
Baby. Oh, I know. I got a lot of shows from that era that I actually did pay for.
Matt Hardy's in Ring of Honor, where they would pay him like $20,000 a night.
Oh my God! That was the deal. That's why AJ was the first one that shed light on that about, back then, WWE, you were paying for your own car and room and all that stuff.
It's still that way.
Yeah, but certain guys have it built into their contract. Like, you saw that stuff I showed you, like Benoit and Cena used to have, like, first-class airfare and all that.
Well, Cena had, like, ground transportation was covered. He had his hotels covered.
Yeah, Benoit got first-class airfare and his hotels covered.
I don't know if Benoit had
He should have bought the murder package. They could have got him out of this.
The murder package. Yeah,
I tell you, I watched...
Like the thing with Jimmy Snuka where Vince came in and bailed Jimmy out.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. You couldn't do that now with the information age. I was watching...
Or Jerry Estrada.
Nobody knows where Jerry is. Listen, though, I was watching... It's
still
funny.
Wrestles, I think.
No. It's funny watching old Benoit matches now with everything happened because somebody often says something that makes you laugh. I was watching... He was in the opening match of Super Brawl 3 from like 1993, right?
Really?
And Jesse Ventura, who just went to WCW as an announcer, was like, I got to tell you, I like this Benoit kid. He's got a real killer instinct, I hear. And I'm like, my word.
Well, apparently, he lost his mask as Wild Pegasus. He lost his mask to either Villano or Atlantis. I think it was Atlantis he lost his mask to. I don't know.
No, because he wrestled in Mexico, too.
Villano 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Because they were all brothers.
It's 3 guys. It's like 7 hoods.
No, it's not.
4?
No, there's like 5 or 6 brothers.
Oh, see. All right. Well, are you done pontificating about everything you've done in the absence?
Yes.
All right. Well, then let's get into the news.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about fucking Saturday night's main event.
Oh, you want to talk about that? Because I didn't.
No, please, God, no!
Hold on.
No, you gotta tell them! Soylent Green is people! I actually watched that whole movie. Did I tell you that?
That's a great movie, dude.
Charlton Heston just steals shit.
He's a cop.
Yeah, but like every time he's at a crime scene, he fucking takes food.
Last night they were in Saturday's main event, was at the Fort Wayne, Indiana, Allen County War Memorial Coliseum. Commentary of Michael Cole and Wade Barrett. These results are brought to you by Mike Tedesco of WrestleView.com. All right, it looks like there was a 6-woman tag team match. WWE Women's Champion Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss versus Jade Cargill, B-Fab, and Meechin. I have to tell you, what the fuck qualifies Jade Cargill to be in the wrestling business? Because she's a built black woman who has a very weird childhood obsession with Storm from the X-Men.
Well, that's what she said, that she wants to play Storm in the
next
but like
X-Men that's movie. Like what you want to do?
No, God, please don't play Storm. Don't fucking ruin Storm. One of the best X-Men.
This match looks like it went on way too long.
Well, because Jade is having another match with Rhea at Clash in Italy.
Jade Cargill, B-Fab, and Meechin win by pinfall.
Yeah, Jade pinned Rhea.
Diet Rhea Ripley.
Don't make jokes about that. She has a fucking eating disorder.
What? I was making jokes about her name being Rhea.
Oh.
Yeah, but if she knows she has an eating disorder, she's just, I don't know. She's not believable to take some of these women, though. Like, Jade Cargill is like the worst wrestler alive. But I can't buy Rhea Ripley at what she looks like now taking her.
Are you ready? Who's ready to go 5 with the best wrestler alive? Do you remember that?
Shut up.
Max Caster.
Let's
Ruka. Go, Max. You're the best wrestler alive.
Saul Ruka took on Women's Intercontinental Champion, the man, Becky Lynch. So I don't know what happened here. Saul Ruka won by disqualification. Smart move, because I would say you don't want the champion to lose clean. Don't you agree?
Yeah, whatever. I don't fucking care about this. I just want to talk about AEW in Japan and Mexico.
That was the Intercontinental Championship match. All Ego Ethan Page versus Penta.
Hey,
Penta
Penta, how's
wins
your
by
brother
pin.
doing? Is he still locked in the basement and SmackDown? Like, that's the thing that,
Yeah, like they really rode Penta, and Ray Phoenix is nowhere to be found.
Well, because Ray Phoenix tweeted out something about like wanting to get booked or something in WWE, and people said, "Oh, well, maybe he shouldn't have burned his bridge with AEW." Where he fucking posted that picture of him in the straitjacket in a basement. You remember that?
Yeah, did you hear the name of Brie Bella and Paige?
No, what's their tag?
Scream Mode. Against the Irresistible Forces. The other thing, Irresistible, the Scream Mode wins by pinfall and still win WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. What the fuck?
The Irresistible Force.
The main event was the Street Profits challenging Logan Paul and Austin Theory for the tag titles. The Vision took the match by pinfall.
The Vision.
That sounded awful.
God.
No wonder I didn't feel like watching it.
Well, what? You don't want to see Austin Theory?
Did you see Mark Shapiro and Ari Emanuel are buying controlling interest in the Raiders football team? I was like, good. Maybe they'll keep their hands off WWE. Not likely. Enzo Amore seen at the Performance Center.
Yeah, apparently WWE wants to bring back Enzo and Cass.
Well, they brought back Brock, and he, wanted to urinate on somebody. Why not?
Yeah, what the fuck's this thing with him not retiring?
Yeah. Can we talk about that for a minute? I saw that when I was recapping Raw this week, and I was like, what the hell? Like, you anointing this big black motherfucker as, like, the second coming is fine. But even, you gotta go.
Leaving your boots in the ring is a sacred tradition.
Yeah, like, he really fucked that up.
Did he fake cry? Was the crying fake?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I would told you, if I did a promo with Brock, I'd be like, here, I got something for you. I would just play a baby crying noise every time. I wouldn't care if he punched a hole through me. I mean, Brock can seriously unscrew my head and drink me.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Bobby. Bobby who?
Exactly. Multiple stars have been asked to be taking pay cuts.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this.
But do we know anybody? Do we know names?
Well, New Day were definitely asked to take a pay cut. They decided to leave. Like, those guys, all the people who were released, like, the last week, like 2-3 weeks ago, were all people who were probably asked to take the 50% pay cut. The New Day, Tongaloa.
Guys will leave, though, because they know that Tony will overpay for somebody of moderate popularity in WWE. He will overpay.
JC Mateo.
Jeff Cobb wrestled on one of those Forbidden Doors. I would take him back if he was there.
Well,
making him a fucking Samoan was ridiculous to begin with.
Yeah, JC Mateo. Hey, but Talatonga's still there.
Yeah, like,
I don't know. Did they
of all the people?
Did they release Tamatonga?
No, he's there. Tongaloa's not there.
Yeah, the
Botchaloa.
Wrestling's the Clint Howard of wrestling.
Slicky from Tango and Cash.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, a lot of people think that it was the Miz who agreed to take the 50% pay cut.
Well, nobody what would he be? I mean, he owns that character, I think, or he did, because he came up with that on The Real World.
The Miz?
Yeah, I remember when he...
I don't know. He's a, like...
Hey, I'll tell you, they were trying to bring back the Ric Flair type of champion when he was champ. Wearing a suit, acting like that. He had Alex Riley walking around with him all the time.
Like, it was so
But the belt, that spinner belt, was just the shits.
It's so fucking ridiculous. Where the whole point of a contract in wrestling is so that you have guaranteed money. So they'll just ask you in the middle of the contract, take a 50% pay cut. But the WWE, and nobody will take them to court over because WWE will drown you in money.
See, what I understood was, I don't know too much about contracts now, but when I was a kid, you got a downside guarantee. Which means if you didn't make... Now, Jim Cornette used to say this. He goes, him and the Midnight Express got signed for like $250,000 in like 1988 was your downside guarantee. Which means if you went under a certain amount of money on payoffs, right, over a 2-week period, you would get a check for like the balloon payment. He goes, but we would sign for whatever they asked because we knew we were going to make more on payoffs because you were getting, the money on the houses and stuff.
Well,
but that is so gone now.
Well,
I don't know how they do it.
From what I know, the way that they do it is like you sign a contract with a certain number of dates per month, but they can book you more than those dates, but then you get more money for it. That's why in WWE, people will just disappear for months on end.
Well, they have to do something for them because if not, even if there is no wrestling now, other wrestling will pop up for these people to work at. Like AEW has.
Yeah. Hey, I'd much fucking rather watch, Will Ospreay versus Jon Moxley again than watch Cody cry about not having any friends or whatever.
Well, me too. But the thing is, though, WWE talks you in there and leaves you flat.
It's because most people who watch WWE don't give a fuck about wrestling. That's why 95% of people who watch WWE are not wrestling fans. They're fucking normies. They're fucking smooth brains.
But AEW,
they don't want to see real wrestling. They want to watch a fucking soap opera with Buff Willie men. That's what they want to fucking watch. They don't want to see...
That sounds right up your alley, though.
They don't want to see real fucking wrestling.
But that's because AEW's TV doesn't do a lot to talk you into the pay-per-view.
I think it does.
Which is a shame.
I think it does.
Yeah, but you're going to watch no matter what. Because you love it.
It's the best promotion out there right now.
I agree. Apparently, the Gingerbread Man story went without an end. And I was like, without an end? What about the beginning? What the hell was that?
There was the funeral. You didn't see the funeral?
No.
Where Sammy was talking to the catatonic body of Johnny Gargano, who I feel like is just waiting for him.
That was really Johnny Gargano, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where Johnny's just laying there. That's his new gimmick. Because he's sad that Tommaso Ciampa went to AEW, and Johnny's probably just waiting for his contract.
Johnny will go there, too.
Yeah. So they can reunite DIY. Hey, Ciampa's doing pretty great for himself in AEW.
Yeah, he's on TV a lot. I mean,
he was TNT champion for like a week.
All right, let's look at this Clash in Italy shit coming up next Saturday. Like I said, towards the end of the show, you're going to hear a little bit of silence and possibly some ad breaks. But because we'll be right back, which, I mean, it'll be about 30 hours from now, but it's not going to feel like it to you.
That's crazy, brother.
To do our third annual Double or Nothing review.
My dick hurts, brother. It burns when I pee.
What's the rest of it?
It's something about cottage cheese coming out of his dick.
All right, Clash in Italy is going to be at the Inalpi Arena in Turin, Italy. The setting for the original Italian Job with Michael Caine. Great fucking movie, by the way. It's going to be May 31st. Tomorrow, after this gets, put on the air. Cody Rhodes takes on Gunther for the Undisputed Championship. Gunther will not... See, I would hope for like a shit finish and have Gunther win it in a bigger show. But Gunther's retiring Lesnar in Minneapolis now. They're doing it now.
I don't know. Maybe
But
not.
Is it going to be...
Maybe Brock's going to refuse to put him over. Brock can't fucking work with anybody.
Roman Reigns is going to take...
Again, you want to read about how horrible Brock is to work with? Just look up the whole saga of when he was NJPW champion and he refused to give the belt back and he held the belt. He held the physical belt hostage. And
because who's going to take it from him? Think about it. Did you ever look at the fight when he was playing for the Vikings against the whole Chiefs team? No. Where he took his helmet off and said, come on. He is like... I'm sorry. There's a point where you're in a fight with a guy, you're like, you motherfucker, and put your hands up, and the guy's just looking at you going, come on. And you're like, this guy don't fuck around. I don't want to be near this guy.
And they paid him like $50,000 or $100,000 per appearance.
Who, Brock?
In NJPW, Simon Inoki.
That's not bad.
It was way too much, and he didn't draw shit.
Roman Reigns versus Jacob
This is the same time.
Fat you in tribal combat.
This is the same time period where they had, where Giant Bernard was a big wrestler over there. You know who Giant Bernard was?
Tensai.
Yeah.
Prince Albert.
Watashi wa Lord Tensai. Right, he had the tattoo on his ass from the Attitude Era, right?
No, he should have. they should have pulled his pants down and there should have been a double V for when Val Venus did that.
God.
Like, that's kayfabe. That's keeping kayfabe right there. But Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fat U for Tribal Combat for the World Heavyweight title. What is Tribal Combat?
It's supposed to be no interference, but there ends up being interference. I don't fucking care.
They should do the open island match like Inoki and Saito. Tell me you wouldn't watch that.
The
island of relevancy, they could call it.
That match isn't even good. Have you actually seen it?
Roman and Jacob is good.
It's like
did you watch Roman and Jacob at Backlash?
I don't know. I didn't give a fuck.
It was a very good match, thanks to Jacob. Roman was a lot of very exaggerated Superman punches and constipation noises.
Well, it's like the same thing with, Inoki's fight with Muhammad Ali. If you actually watched it, it fucking sucks. Inoki just drops onto his back or just kicks him.
A lot of things suck where the legend is better than actual things. Even like the famous boxing match with George Foreman and Ali in Zaire, Africa, where it's the rope-a-dope. He just covers up for 7 or 8 rounds, Ali, and lets George wear himself out, punching. And then he takes him. It's better in the movie Ali with Will Smith. If you watch it. The thriller in Manila, though, the third fight with Ali and Frazier, where Ali's like, Frazier didn't come out for the 14th round. They said it was so hot. And they were like, Ali's like, that's the closest I ever came to death. Like, they're out there in an open-air arena in the fucking Philippines. In summer, I think.
It's the same. It's like that. The Island Death match isn't good. It's just 2 or 3 hours of rest holds.
But it's on a sandy beach.
No, it's not. It's in a ring. There's like grass around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're thinking of a different match. There's another match where they fight all over the fucking island. It's like 7 hours long.
Well, what the fuck are you talking? I know more about Japanese wrestling than you do.
That's debatable.
Sorry.
In the little world you live in, inside those luscious locks.
Yeah, sorry. Some of us are fucking bald like you and Ricochet.
Ouch.
And John Moxley.
I love when people
and Tommaso Ciampa and Jay Lethal and Christopher Daniels and Sanjay Dutt. Did you see that segment where MJF is walking through the parking lot and he sees all the bald wrestlers in AEW?
No, but that sounds funny.
John Silver's walking by.
How did they even see Silver? The camera was probably over top of him. Fucking midget. Rhea Ripley's going to defend the WWE Women's Championship against Jade Cargill. I think you got to give it back to Jade. I can't believe it's just like when I said Paige or Zaira, whatever her name is, didn't work out in AEW because she couldn't work stiff with them. It's noticeable. Like she's noticeably smaller, Rhea, to the point where she got to go. It's like when Sheamus came back and he was fat. Remember? You couldn't ignore that.
When did he come back?
There was a guy with a tuba walking out with him.
When did he come out?
When he came back from surgery, when he was out a year.
No,
he came back. He lost the weight, but he came back early, and he was huge. Look, it's literally with them tights, 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. Literally. Becky Lynch secures a rematch for the WWE Women's, or secures a title shot for the Women's Intercontinental title.
Becky Lynch still holds the belt.
Yeah, Becky Lynch is going to defend against Sal Ruka against the match.
Again.
Sal Ruka, they're wearing her out to me, though. They're wearing her out to me. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing Okada's Rainmaker pose.
Do you hear WWE is apparently aggressively taking down streamers like people who do watch-alongs for live PLEs?
Yeah. The same thing that New Japan did and still does.
What is...
That's why you can't find clips of New Japan shows on YouTube unless they themselves post it.
I know.
Compare that to like All Japan, where you can find old like All Japan stuff all over the fucking place.
I know. I have so much All Japan. I have so much stuff like before the network, before like wrestling content was like really regulated and taken down. I used to find full dub. That's where I got Over the Edge 99, the full show off of there. You cannot fucking find that anywhere. So where Owen dies. Like it's the full show. You can only find it where they cut all that stuff out. Like this when they come back to the crowd, it's like, yeah, you know, a lot of things happen here, and we got big problems. That's how he starts it.
Preview. Did you well, because I know.
Did you ever hear how he was told?
Who was?
Jim Ross said Kevin Dunn was in his ear. He's talking to him, and he goes, well, Jim, you're going to have to break the news. And he goes, what news? He goes, Owen died. And then the next thing is you're on in 5, 4. Imagine that.
Well, have you heard the thing from the Spanish commentary?
Yes.
They're the only
You can hear him hit the ring. It's bad. Oh, it's Carlos. It's either Hugo Savinovich or Carlos Cabrera.
Who now works for AEW, Carlos Cabrera. Yeah. Apparently there is footage of the fall, but it's locked in a vault somewhere.
Well, there's apparently footage of the Chubbuck suicide on TV, too. Did you ever hear about that?
No.
Christine Chubbuck or whatever her name is. She was a newscaster.
I know what this is.
Yeah, but she did it right on the air.
Yeah.
There's a movie about it, too, but apparently there's only one.
There's audio of it. I know the audio exists, but...
Yeah, it's chilling. Like, this is the kind of shit you find on YouTube at 4 in the morning. Savox did a good thing about that.
That's crazy, brother.
What is up? Your whole Hulk Hogan impression, it's different since that song now.
My dick hurts, brother. It burns my pee.
I'll have to find it.
Carnage rules!
What is going on with Asuka? Did she quit?
Apparently, she's like, it might be like a Danielson thing, where she's not like fully retired, but she's pretty much retired.
She's older, isn't she?
She doesn't look it.
No, but...
And she still wrestles great.
Sure. Let's talk about this Mason Rook. Did you hear how people are telling Piper Niven online that she had a sex change and came back as Mason Rook?
That's not...
Why can't you just laugh?
She looks like... Look, I don't like to say things like this, but Mason Rook... He could be a wrestler with the way, but they need to change his presentation.
Mason Rook looks like Chaz Bono, though.
Who's Chaz Bono?
Chastity Bono, Sonny and Cher's kid that became a man. Chastity Bono became Chaz Bono. Looks just like Mason Rook. I'm not even joking.
But,
facially,
people are saying that, maybe he should, grow a beard or something, or...
What? Are we going to make him into Haystacks Calhoun here?
Maybe.
Shitting in bags in the airport? He ain't that big.
Haystacks
could... You ever seen Haystacks Calhoun?
Yeah. You ever seen... Yeah.
Giant Haystacks, too. Yeah, I remember.
Loch Ness.
That was a fucking... He was there for, 2 matches. I think they had him on, a Worldwide or something, or a Nitro, an early Nitro. No, it would have been a Worldwide, where he probably did a squash, and I do mean squash.
Hey, but him and Big Daddy were over in the UK in World of Sport.
Did you ever watch World of Sport? It's not great. Baron Corbin heavily discussed for reunion.
The Nomad, Bishop Dyer, when you're a wrestler?
Why the hell?
Because you fucking look like Baron Corbin?
No, that's fine. But why the hell would you want him back?
People
what asshole at the board meeting said, you know who I miss? Baron Corbin.
Happy Corbin.
They should have a button for him, like in Austin Powers, where he falls through the fucking floor.
Sad Corbin, Constable Corbin. He could be any of his characters.
You act like he's this method actor, like Christopher Lee or something. He's not even a good wrestler. His best thing was the Lone Wolf Glenn Danzig look.
But he was in a tag team with Braun Breaker.
He was?
Yeah, they sent him back to NXT at one point.
Getting sent back to NXT. First
Finn
of
Balor
all,
got sent back.
Let's just talk about it being a developmental. If it's developmental, it shouldn't be on national TV.
That's what I think.
It's like an embarrassment.
Well, I think it puts too much pressure on the wrestlers.
Would it matter? When Mark Henry got hurt, OVW used to get. Not only did they do developmental, but guys when they were coming back from injury, would work down there, like Mark Henry. But Mark Henry they taught them into using different kind of ropes one week, and they broke, and Mark Henry went flying through the rope. You don't want that on TV.
Did you ever see the thing where Mark Henry fucked up the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah.
Where the glass broke prematurely, and instead of just staying in there, he came out?
Well, you might as well.
Yeah, but the timing was all fucked up.
Yeah, but at that moment, who cares?
That's why the match it was all awkward, because they didn't plan any of the spots with Mark Henry being there.
What's the deal with Ludwig Kaiser? And he was arrested on 5/21.
I don't know. He got into a fight with his neighbor, but
Let's see if we can
But he
get-
paid bail, and the state of Florida allowed him to travel so that he could be in Mexico to be El Grande Americano. That's his music.
All right, here it is, right here.
I,
WWE. This is from TMZ Sports. WWE star Ludwig Kaiser arrested for allegedly kicking his neighbor's ass. Real name Marcel Barthol was arrested Wednesday for battery after he got physical with his neighbor inside a luxury building in Orlando, Florida, where the two men live. So the incident goes back to April 23rd, where the neighbor stepped inside an elevator along with Kaiser and
Yeah.
the woman he was with. Kaiser and the woman started making out in front of him. They were
the man
uncontrollably-
said that Kaiser should have manners.
Well, you know what? I don't necessarily disagree with the guy there. He pummeled the guy and shoved him to the floor. Posted $1,000 bail. He also threatened a neighbor who reported the alleged assault to the law enforcement. Had a warrant for misdemeanor battery. You know what though? Like, that's disgusting. You know, you're gonna go fucking tug your girlfriend's ass in your own fucking room.
Whatever.
You know what the hell you got to do it in the fucking elevator near me?
Giovanni Vinci.
All right. Is there any miscellaneous news? Let's see.
I remember when Imperium was an actual faction.
Yeah.
Gunter, Ludwig Kaiser, Giovanni Vinci, and the fourth one who nobody remembers, Alexander Wolf.
You see, Yoda Tsuji's going to challenge for the IWGP title at Dominion in the main event.
Oh, that's cool. Andrade has the global title.
Yeah. I'd say he could hang it over his cock, but I don't think he can hang anything over that.
It was a jock strap.
You've obviously never worn a jock strap.
It was out
Then
of
he
place.
has a jock strap with a cock sticking out, molded on the cup, like a little Peter.
That was a thing in the early modern era. They had what was called a cod piece.
Yes. Dark Side of the Ring returns July 7th.
They're doing a three-parter on TNA
Jeff
and
Jarrett
Jeff Jarrett.
TNA.
They're also doing a whole episode on Joe versus Necro Butcher.
Yes, they're doing one on Paul Orndorff, the Renegade.
Who's Mr. Renegade? Oh, wait. Is it Renegade, the fake Ultimate Warrior?
Oh, God, that was terrible.
Before
And Missy Hyatt, they're going to do, and the Big Boss Man.
Before WCW had the real Ultimate Warrior where he talked to Hogan in the mirror and there's the papier-mâché head. You remember that?
Of course I remember.
Didn't you watch it?
Of course I remember him. See, Jake Hager's returning to wrestling for World Wrestling Council in Puerto Rico.
That place is... Wait, World Wrestling Council still exists? The
Yeah.
place where they stabbed Bruiser Brody?
Yes.
It's still open?
Yeah, it's still open.
Do the Colognes still run it?
Yes, indeed they do. Indeed they do.
Speaking of which, Primo and Epico were on a Ring of Honor show.
Really?
Well, they go everywhere. They were in NWA.
Did you see Fabian Aichner last
Giovanni
night?
Vinci?
Yeah, he debuted for TNA.
Yeah. Johnny
Je-
Sins?
Yeah, Jeff Cobb visited New Japan after being released. Marty Jannetty finally had his right foot amputated on 5/16. Gonna be hard to do a drop.
Jannetty and Buff Bagwell should have a match.
And in sad news, Phil Hickerson, a.k.a. P.Y. Chuhai,
Who?
of Memphis, shut up, it's somebody from when I was a kid, of Memphis fame, died at 79. I was like, thought he killed himself years ago, and I looked it up, and I was like, oh, that was Tojo Yamamoto.
Who's Tojo Yamamoto?
He was a Memphis heel.
Mr. Fuji couldn't cut it, so they got Jim Cornette. By the time he's done, there won't be anybody left. We already willing, able, and we're resting for success. We heed the call to action on the mighty Lex Express.
I hate that you have to finish the song. Dave Meltzer reports Aleister Black in negotiations for AEW return.
No, he's not. I doubt that.
Why? Why do you doubt the all-powerful, all-knowing, all-seeing fucking eye, David Meltzer?
Did you know that he's actually buff? Have you seen his arms?
Oh, yeah. So's Michael Cole.
Michael Cole versus Dave Meltzer.
I remember they put Michael Cole next to Adam Cole. Michael Cole looked like Bane in the comics next to Adam Cole.
Oh, speaking of Bane, I watched The Dark Knight Rises a couple days ago again. Hang them for the world to see.
Speak of the devil, and he will appear.
Was getting caught part of your plan? Of course! Crossing this plane with no survivors!
Do you know what happens to your body without fiber? Your intestines seize.
I wonder what would break first. Your spirit? Or your body?
Normal bowel movements become a bitter memory.
You know, impossible. Keep her close.
All right, shut up.
He'll come for her.
That was pretty good. I love when Phil tries to do it. He sounds like Don Knotts trying to do it, like Mr. Furley.
So you,
Janet, he'll come for her. Oh,
so you've come back to die with your city. Our names do not matter. What matters is our mission.
what did you have for breakfast? Bagel and cream cheese. All right.
I don't fear dying in here.
Mick Foley's going to be on the pre-show tonight. Just shut up with the Batman.
Yeah, he's going to be on there with Renee Paquette. They're going to host the buy-in.
Jim Ross said the doctors are concerned about dementia and or Alzheimer's. And then he said it again 2 minutes later.
Welcome back to WWE Dynamite.
All right, let's do the AEW Double or Nothing. Let's do the preview and then we'll take it home for a little bit here.
Oh.
What?
For some reason, I just started thinking about when Cash Wheeler got his gun charge dropped and Dax Harwood brought him out to the ring and asked for everybody to give him like a cheer or a round of applause.
3 matches on the pre-show and there's 9 regular matches?
Yeah.
Son of a whore! Big Boom AJ
versus the king of the pre-show, Shane Taylor Promotions. I think Shane Taylor and Big has been on every single AEW pre-show for the last 2 years.
Holy God, I'm not turning this on until after the fucking...
Okay, start reading the matches off.
All right. On the pre-show, Divine Dominion takes on Zeta Steel and Viva Van in a 5-minute tag team eliminator match. If Steel and Van last 5 minutes, they earn a future world tag team shot. Hated it. Boom and Doom, Big Boom AJ and QT Marshall in the conglomeration, Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong with Big Chungus versus Swim Trunks Promotions, Shane Taylor, Anthony Ogogo, Captain Shawn Dean, Carly Bravo, and Lee Moriarty with Christian XO in a 10-man tag team match that I don't give 2 fucks about.
You hate
and rounded out the pre-show. I hate their pre-shows.
You hate Shane Taylor.
I do. And in a trios match, the Death Riders, Claudio, Daniel Garcia, and Wheeler Yuta with Marina Schaefer versus the Ops, Anthony Bowens, Hook, and Katsuyori Shibata. Is he really in the Ops now?
Anthony Bowens?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Or they're just testing him. I don't know.
All right, now I don't know if this is the order, but if it is, it ain't too bad. Kazuchika Okada defends the AEW International title against Konosuke Takeshita.
That's going to be great. Oh, that's going to be great.
In a tag team I Quit match for the AEW World Tag Team title. Cage and Cope lose. They must retire as a tag team. Adam Copeland and Christian Cage challenge one of the greatest of all time, FTR, with Stokely.
The Mechanics? What was their name in WWE? Dawson and... Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder.
Yeah, it was Dash and Dawson they started calling them. I found an old card I made them up.
Well, they were in NXT.
Oh, my God. What is this mess?
What?
Wait, but where are they at? In New York?
Yeah.
So they're going to go... Wait, they're in Flushing Meadows. They're right near Citi Field. No football's played there.
Okay, what are you talking
Jericho,
about? Yeah.
Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, Kenny Omega, Jack Perry, and the Jacksons versus Ricochet, Bishop Khan, Toa Leona, Mark Davis, Andrade, and Clark Connors and David Finlay in football field fuckery.
It's called Stadium Stampede. Well, it's either Anarchy in the Arena or Stadium Stampede, depending on where they are.
Thecla's going to defend the Women's World title against Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter, and Chris Statlander in a fatal 4-way.
It's going to be a good match. These are all good matches.
3 You have 2 men's Owen Hart Cup quarterfinals and 1 girls. The girls being Athena versus Mina Shirakawa.
Willow was supposed to wrestle, but she got hurt.
Yeah. Bandito takes on Swerve, which will be good.
Very
and
exciting.
Samoa Joe versus Will Ospreay.
That's going to be great.
What is this little diamond in a cow pie?
What?
John Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly. No time limit for the AEW Continental title.
Moxley and Kyle O'Reilly have a long-standing rivalry.
What happened with Ospreay? Why is he wrestling Joe now?
Because they're not having a rivalry. Moxley had matches with him to test him, to train him. And then there were the montages where Ospreay was getting trained by Moxley. And this was represented on Dynamite.
I saw it. Looked like a snuff film.
And in Dynamite, on the Ospreay's most recent match, it was represented by the fact that he won with a submission, that he's learning the Death Rider style.
Fuck a doodle do.
You really don't like you just don't like Moxley because he's bald. He reminds you of yourself.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then the main event, title versus hair, Darby Allin versus MJF for the AEW World title. I can't see him losing to Jufro. I can't. But what do you think? You think that's going to happen?
I think he shaves his head.
I wouldn't put it past him. But anyway, we're going to take a quick commercial break. I mean, it's going to be a lot longer for us, but we'll be back.
My dick hurts, brother.
We'll be back with
it hurts when I pee.
Stop it. We'll be back with the AEW Double or Nothing review. Okay.
Yes, you've seen it in magazines, you've read it in the newspapers. In fact, perhaps you've even seen the owner's picture. Ralph Williams, the owner of Bayshore Chrysler Plymouth, 345 El Camino Real in the city of San Bruno. You notice the big bald-headed son of a bitch? The man that came to San Francisco to offer them more for the dollar they spend. The man that came to San Francisco to rape each and every citizen in the whole San Francisco Bay Area. You don't believe it? Listen to me. I don't lie. Take a fucking car like this. A 1966 Ford, a Country Squire 9-passenger station wagon. Don't worry about the equipment. Imagine all the fun you can have in the back. And while you're doing it, imagine all the money that bald-headed prick Ralph Williams is going to be making on the car he's trying to fuck you out of. Yes, the man that'll take every dime out of the San Francisco Bay Area and spend it on prostitutes, booze, and of course crap tables in the city of Las Vegas. I'm sure you've heard about it. So remember this. If you'd like to get fucked and hooked real hard before you buy a car, come down here. Let Ralph Williams do it. Why not? Why not somebody else? Remember, our address is 345 El Camino Real in the city of San Bruno. But if you come from Marin County, East Bay Area, or San Jose, your money spends just as well as anybody else's. And when this bald-headed son of a bitch gets hold of you, you will spend money. Talking about payments, 5 years payments of $100 a month. You can't get even. So shop before you buy. Bayshore Chrysler Plymouth.
My dick hurts, brother. It burns when I pee. I'm the greatest brother. I pee cottage cheese. Piss cottage cheese.
Now, from the Armadillo Roadhouse in Barrington, New Jersey, Iconoclast and Dick Tackle.
Welcome to the newest episode of the Iconoclastic Wrestling Podcast. I'm Iconoclast.
You mean welcome back? We were just here 24 hours ago.
Oh, okay.
Well, anyway, whatever. I'm sorry about the call a minute ago. The button to record the phone calls has disappeared from my phone. So I'm on the microphone hooked up to the speaker right now.
That's crazy, brother.
My dick hurts. I can't stop fucking laughing at that.
It burns when I pee.
I worked it into the break. You'll hear it when you watch the show. When we came back from the break. But how much of this show did you say?
The pay-per-view, I saw all of it.
Me too, actually. Except when I was talking to you one time, I missed Takeshita and Okada. I came back down during Athena and who was it? Mina Shirakawa or Hikaru Shida? Who was it?
It was Mina Shirakawa took on
Athena.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the Owen Hart tournament.
Yeah, and Athena won. Yeah, I saw the end of that. Yeah, I saw everything. I hung in there But I'm not surprised to see that MJF won because I didn't think he was going to shave his hair. B, I think he holds it now until All In and Ospreay lose. If Ospreay, I had a feeling Ospreay was going to lose last night too. I'm like, if he fucking loses today, I don't know what the fuck they're doing with him. But that was a great match too with Joe. But Joe could have a good match with a grape. You know.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you? Did I wake you?
No, I woke up like an hour ago.
Really? Yeah, I did like the stadium. I do like that Arthur. Is that the Arthur Ashe Stadium, or is it the one?
Well,
next
it was the one next to it. It was the Louis Armstrong Tennis Center.
Yeah, but it's interesting having it in a stadium like that because the dimensions are different. It's more steep. Like I'm looking at a picture of the Louis Armstrong Stadium right now. It's a very steep incline to look down from the top. But they sold out 14,000 people for there in the New York area. A non-AEW, a non-WWE, WWF event. That's unbelievable, dude. That's something to be proud of right there. See Jim Ross.
Yeah.
Did you see Jim Ross was on commentary last night?
Oh, God.
How could they put him on there after they just came out? He's like, I got to mention there, son. I mean, how could they do that?
That's what I was thinking.
I see Rick Knox, the corpse referee, was on duty last night too. I'm looking at the
What do you mean the corpse? What do you mean the corpse referee?
He don't move. He sucks. He's terrible. Pre-show host was Mick Foley. Seeing Mick Foley really knows how to whip a crowd into a frenzy, and being from that area too, because he is from Long Island. I like seeing him and MJF have a little promo off there in the beginning. And it was neat hearing him talk about The Rock on non-WWE television, even though he had to say Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I didn't watch the pre-show.
Well, I didn't watch a lot of pre-show. I saw that. And I'm getting to the actual pre-show now. I didn't see this one at all. Divine Dominion, Megan Bain and Lita Cross defeated Zeta Steel and Viva Van, represented by Christopher Daniels, by pinfall in 446. Must have been awful. They really are trying to put them over strong, though, those girls. And they should, because Megan Bain is another one. She's got to have a turn with the belt at some point. She's just too big and too strong. You know?
Yeah, brother.
The Death Riders defeated the Ops in a trios match with 10:35. Death Riders being Claudio, Daniel Garcia, and Wheeler Yuta defeated Anthony Bowens, Hook, and Ciabatta Bread. I happened to walk in halfway through that, but I was unfortunately fully aware and cognizant for the final pre-show match of Boom and Doom and the conglomeration. How does Mark Briscoe go from... This is what I understand about some of the booking. Mark Briscoe, who I have always touted as the less talented Briscoe brother, and he wouldn't have had a chance in hell on a major stage if it wasn't for his brother dying and Tony buying Ring of Honor. But Big Boom, AJ, and QT Marshall, and Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong, with Big Chungus, Harley Cameron, and the little fat fuck, the Rizzler, defeated Sweatpants Promotions of Shane Taylor, Anthony Ogogo, Sean Dean, Carly Bravo, and Tiger Style, Lee Moriarty. 6 minutes and 30 seconds. For like an 8-man or 10-man, that's over before you know what happened. You haven't even sat down yet. It's over.
I mean,
it's like going to a football game and it's 18-0 before you sit down. I mean, it's terrible.
I mean, did you really want to see Shane Taylor?
No, but like, did Big Boom AJ, does he get some kind of money with them in Costco or something? Who cares about some fucking Guido and his kid going to Costco? That's what they were doing for this shit.
Oh, God, you fucking hate.
Because I hate that everybody that, like, you know, it's like everybody's a goddamn carny freak. They want to be famous for like 2 minutes.
That's what wrestling is, you fuck.
It is not.
Everyone is a goddamn fucking carny.
But this is Big Boom AJ. He's not even really a wrestler. Neither's QT Marshall. He's a bodybuilder. And the conglomeration, ever since I saw their fucking early 90s Friends intro where Orange Cassidy was asleep on the couch, I had enough. Cassidy's a good wrestler. Briscoe's good and so strong, but that's a shit faction if I ever seen one. On to the main card. Deacon Blackfire and John Denver defeated FTR for the World Tag Team title. Yes, you like that last night? My call that Adam Copeland looks like Deacon Blackfire. He looks like an old homeless guy who hasn't washed his hair in a while either. Holy shit. But, like, once again, it's another match where Dax and Cash look great. They got to carry the old fucks. Those two didn't do anything. Every time I saw them, they were catching their breath in the corner. I watched this whole match. 19 minutes and 35 seconds. Stokely took a nice flaming table spot when they announced Beth Copeland. Now, what does Beth Copeland sound like to you? Beth Phoenix sounds like an ass kicker. Beth Copeland sounds like the room monitor at, like, Hebrew school. I mean...
You said the exact same thing before.
I know, I said it last night. I'm saying it for the air. I'm working on my shit. God. All right, then I went upstairs, but talk about Takeshita and Okada.
It was pretty good.
What happened? He's officially out of the Don Callis family now? Takeshita?
Yeah. Yeah, he got kicked out.
By Fletcher?
Well, all of them, really.
But you said Fletcher hit him with a thing. And Fletcher hit him with a... Well, I didn't see it. That's what I missed. What?
He was going to do that. Today you tried diving through the window to escape.
Are you blind? What an act of cowardice. Yeah, that was 19 minutes. Takeshita defeated Okada by pinfall for the international title. Next was the Women's Owen Cup quarterfinal. I came down through this. Athena defeated Mina Shirakawa by pinfall in 11 minutes. That's really all I have to say about that. These women matches seem to drag on, though. No, some of them do. Like, not all of them, just some of them. But Athena, she's one of the ones, like, her cadence or whatever, however she moves, it seems longer. And as we keep it with long things, his entrance from the bar 3 blocks down, Jon Moxley defeated Kyle O'Reilly by submission in 1845 to retain the title.
Jon Moxley.
Who?
You just hate Moxley, even though he's a great wrestler.
A, yes, I hate him. B, he's not a great wrestler. This is why your generation and mine's different. Like, Moxley's the Sandman, and nobody in my generation would tell you the Sandman was a good wrestler. Now, Moxley may be better than the Sandman, but he's your generation
I was going to say, don't fucking say he's the Sandman.
But he's your generation Sandman.
No, he's not.
Sure he is. Complete with the drinking problem, and he even got over it.
He doesn't have a drinking problem anymore.
I know. It was his best gimmick. But I didn't see Kyle O'Reilly beating Jon Moxley anyway. So I still think there's stuff to be done with Moxley and Ospreay, which the next match was another quarterfinal where Ospreay defeated Samoa Joe by pinfall at 13:55 in a great match. Joe, at this point of his life, at 47 years old, he's putting people over. So it's no surprise here to see Ospreay, who better be tapped to win the world title at All In, or I'm not watching anymore, and I'm retiring the show, and I'm quitting. I'm done. If he doesn't win the title at All In, I'm done. What do you think about that?
It's crazy,
brother. And then match of the night, Swerve Strickland defeated Bandito in 15:20. Match of the night for me. It's just early contender.
My dick hurts, brother. It hurts when I pee.
On the greatest, brother, I pee cottage cheese. Piss cottage cheese. It's got a nice beat though, man. It's like, yeah, but Swerve and Swerve was and Bandito was match of the night. Bandito one day. I don't think he's selling with those.
I don't know if it was match of the night, but did you see the spot where Swerve stood up on his shoulders? I've never seen that.
And then fucking kicked him? Oh my god, it was great. Next was the women's match, which Tekla retains in 14 minutes against Sheeta, Hayter, and Statlander. Tekla's another one that they better watch out for. I can see WWE being interested in her. If they're interested in Penelope Ford and not her, then they're fucking blind. So,
Penelope Ford.
Penelope Ford. All right. In a match.
Cyclope.
What? Penelope?
Cyclope.
No, it's Penelope.
Cyclope.
It's
Do you remember
Cyclope.
Cyclope?
Yeah, I remember him. Malenko dressed up as him to attack Jericho one time. All right, this match. I don't know what to say. First of all, Stadium Stampede. That was more like Anarchy in the Arena. It was not Stadium Stampede to me.
Well, that's what it was. It wasn't Anarchy. Well, the only difference is
it's a stadium, football stadium. I thought they were going to be in like City Field across the street or something where the Mets play. At least then I would, It was more like Anarchy in the Arena, yeah.
I mean, I do agree it was the weakest one that they've done, but it was still very entertaining.
Well, let's talk about, did your mother tell you what I said? Chris Jericho is now in his Sebastian Bach on a bender phase. He just looks like the guy who sings for Skid Row who just really let himself go. The Hurt Syndicate.
What does that mean?
He's just old He looked all right in the match, though. He's able to do that lion salt. I couldn't do that. The Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, who looked pissed as hell to be there. Shelton Benjamin. Bobby looked like he was having a good time. Then you got the Elite, Kenny Omega, Jack Perry, Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson. During the vignette, first of all, I didn't even know Perry was in the match till halfway through it because I didn't see him introduced. But when they do the vignette, all the guys are in their suits, which they wrestled in suits too, and I didn't get that. But they all lighting up cigars, and they show Kenny lighting up a cigar, and I'm like, oh, that's an odd thing for him to do. And then he starts choking on it, and I'm like, oh, great. They pointed out what a pussy the guy is, like when he had to drink milk with Hangman's beer. But it is funny.
It's because he's straight edge.
I know. That's what made me think of it.
Like me. But that's why I thought it was funny where he...
It is funny. It's funnier than the milk with Hangman because he just looked like a pussy with that. So, and then the Young Bucks, who I cannot get behind them ever as baby faces. But Jack Perry with the van, you saw the spot at the end, right? How Mark Davis survived that?
Did you see the thing where they were fighting in the
Hold on. The other team is, let me get the other team out for the folks that haven't seen it. The Demand, Ricochet, Bishop Khan, and Toa Leota. The Don Callis family of Mark Hank Davis and Boner El Idolo. And the Dogs, Clark Connors and David Finlay, who totally look like their name should be the gas station mechanics. Holy shit. But yeah, let's just talk about this. It wasn't Stadium Stampede. They wrestled in suits. Mark Davis at one point appears like the guy out of 300 who loses an eye. He has that thing wrapped around his face. And then he reads that thing, and Jack Perry runs him over with the bread van. And then they're like, Jack runs away like he really hit somebody to the point where he's selling the facial things where I'm like, you know what? They might have fucked up and killed Fat Ass Davis, whatever. But then he just shows back up at ringside. Fine. No problem. He got like a railroad rivet through the ear and the eye, and he got hit by a fucking Strowman's bread van.
The bread van!
The bread man's bread van. But yeah, this was ridiculous.
Fucking Braun Strowman. You hated Braun Strowman, right?
Nah, I just always thought he was green as turtle shit. I love that 2016 Royal Rumble where Brock beat
That's what you said about Hobbs. That's what you said about Hobbs.
Yeah, he's still green as turtle shit. Now, the main event, I did fall asleep through, but I saw MJF pin Darby with his little snapmare thing, which what is the point of that? That is not a move to hold anybody down when you weigh 120 pounds. I'm sorry.
That's not what MJF weighs.
No, I'm talking about Darby. It's Darby's move.
It's both their move, really.
Oh, I was not aware of that. But yeah, 23-10, MJF saves the Jufro and wins the title for the third time. The first person to win the AEW title 3 times. So, what kind of grade do you give the old show there? Wasn't as good as last year's Double or Nothing. It wasn't good.
C+, A-.
Really? You give it that high? I give it a C+. I give it a C+ at best. It wasn't as good as last year's Double or Nothing.
Oh no, last year's Double or Nothing is their best show ever.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. All in 23 is good. All in 24 is good. All in Tex, all the all ins are good. Like epically good. Even the one with Danielson where he wins the second one, the second all in London, and last year's was good and all in Texas. But I don't know. Well, that's it. I guess next week we're going to wind up reviewing Clash in Italy, and I'm sure you're going to love that. You're going to have a coronary in between it. So, but I guess that's going to do it for this week.
All right, sign off.
Good night, everybody.
Get your hand off my penis!